Hello guys, Farmernerd here. I'd like to thank you all who've took the time to watch the videos. Since I started posting a couple of months ago, the channel's almost got 10,000 views, and I only ever thought that I would get a handful of views. So to get 10,000 and to have 25 of you beautiful people subscribe is brilliant. I'm over the moon. And it's I don't think it's too bad for a channel that's theme is loosely based on an American horror show from the 80s called Tales from the Crypt. It says here Tales from the Crypt was a 1989 horror story anthology series with half-hour stories with many themes including horror, twists, black magic and science fiction, introduced by the Crypt Keeper. If any of you can remember it, I think it was on Channel 4 late at night. But it's a mix between that and gardening. So for you that have managed to find your way into this obscure corner of the internet, I'd like to thank you again and say I'm very grateful. And I hope that you can stick around to see more of my videos. This one is just a compilation of some first cuts that I managed to get done in a little bit of good weather that the Lord sent us in January. It was about halfway through January. It seems far away now. So without further ado, I'll present to you the first cuts. First cut, first one's here in Bangor West. I've done this one for, I don't know, it must be about 20 years. But you can see, like, along the edges, I'll run the strimmer along them. There's wee bits you can tidy up. You can see I've run the grass mower around the edge. So there's a wee bit to take off it. And the flower beds, the weeds are overtaken, so I'll run the strimmer along them. Have to be careful not to scrim the tulips, or daffodils maybe. Done the first cut for the year. I think it's January 14th today. You can see I've done a good strim along all the edges. Keep all the edges nice and neat. And we pass over the lawn. Good blowout as well. Last time I was here, which would have been late November, I done the stripes vertical on the main bit. So this time I done them horizontal. You can see it comes up a lot different if you change the angle of the stripes. So if the ladies are out walking about, they can see what they got done. It's nice now, like I'm out in my t-shirt. The hebies are doing well in the winter time, but not much colour about really. So that's the first cut for the season. And while I'm here, we could obviously blow up the debris around the edges. Wonder what happened here. The leaves always gather in the gullies and then the drains get blocked. It's worthwhile to blow them out once a month. So here we are. The grass has not grown very much at all, but you'll see the difference when I put the mower over it and hoover up all this debris. There's another green thumbs garden on the other side of Bangor that I plan to do today. I'll show you a video when I'm finished. This is a little halfway check. Now at the start you might have said it doesn't look like it needs anything, or what I normally hear is the grass doesn't need cut, Johnny. But if you look around the edges and blow out all the debris, which was only going to collect and gather more, you can see that there's a wee fair bit to be done, even if the grass doesn't need much. And this regular sort of maintenance is worthwhile and how you get your garden looking really tidy. So I'll run over this now and lift all the debris. Well folks, that's me finished for today. Hopefully it looks like it was worthwhile doing what I done. The new mower is nice for leaving the stripes. I'm not sure if it'll be worthwhile overall with the extra maintenance required to keep the thing going, but we'll see. Customers definitely like the stripes. You can see all the debris been lifted. If you look in the corners and around the edges. I just done a quick blow around the edge to get all the leaves out of the. You can see it's nice and tidy. Now this mower is quick. Well, when I turned up here, my own personal opinion would have been because there was very little leaves and fallen debris that it didn't need done. But you can see that after it gets done, it really does look neat. You can see the lights over at the other side of the street. But I'll give it a light trim and give the flower bed a good hoe weed. We'll see what it looks like at the end. It was worthwhile, nice and neat. That's me finished the little tidy up, our first cut. We're going to strim along there to get the moss and the weeds away from the edge. And done a little blow of the driveway to get all the leaves away. A good blowout around the edges in the garden. That's looking nice and neat and tidy. And I'm happy with the paid for this one today. And all the best, folks. A lot of debris around the edges. I wonder if there's any water in the pond. Oh, there's a little bit. There's lots of frogs in this pond. It's a big place. Usually takes about 2 hours roughly, 2 or 3 hours to do a good tidy up here. So I'll do a little tidy up and do a video at the end, show you what it looks like. So that's a tidy up done here, basic tidy up, mainly lifting the debris around all the edges. Should be easy next month, get the strimmer going next month. Coming into next month, you'll probably see the weeds starting to take off, whereas now they're still pretty subdued. Another double rainbow. Class. I hope you enjoyed that compilation of early grass cuts in Northern Ireland in January. We're into February now, we're almost halfway through February, and for the next week it's meant to be cold. Too cold to cut grass really, I'd say, unless you had a very overgrown one you wanted to get done. So I've been doing some planting. All these plants are up for sale on local websites. We've got our beech trees, fuchsias, hebes, snowy mermaids, some ferns, cotton easter, bay trees, some ornamental grasses, common ivy, pittosporums, mallow plant. The mallow plant's nice and soft to the touch, and then some more beech and holly, and my two big palm trees. So thanks again for watching. I'm over the moon with 10,000 views. All the best, folks.